So let's see how we can troubleshooting as Apple technician. Firstly, let's draw a connector where all our work will begin. Okay, all our work will begin from this connector. Okay. So there is a pin. There is a pins on the connector itself. Okay, sounds great. Every pin from this on the connector have a diode value. Let's see, this pin have like 425 value, 535, 322, 221, 322, 400, 500, 600. So how can we find a diode value here? We can find a diode value from a schematic. Okay, sounds great. So we are going to get our multimeter on a diode mode. Okay, and we are going to measure, let me get another color. Okay, red is fine. We are going to measure all of this in case if we didn't get a value, in any pin, the correct value, which means that the root of all this pin is not working. There is something issue inside this root which make the problem. Okay, so let's say we got here like 100. Okay, we got 100. It sounds like bad, 100. So there's a component not working inside this. Like let's draw the root here. Okay, there is a capacitor here. There's a capacitor here. There's a capacitor here. Then there is a coil. Then there is a resistor. Okay. Then this is what we had studied inside the hardware, and this is what we studied inside the hardware. This is what we studied inside the hardware. Okay, so here there is a capacitor, but this capacitor is on battery. So this capacitor is on battery, which is connected to the ground itself. Okay, we have studied what is the battery root and what is the series root, but let's write it. Let's change this one to, okay, this will be fine. So all of this root, is called series root, which is connected directly, okay, to the connector or to the IC or whatever. It's called series root. This one is called parallel, which is connected to the ground. So what if I got zero OL value, okay, or infinite? That means that the issue here will be on the series components. Okay, I will work directly on the series component. That means that the volt is got stolen inside the ground. So I will go directly to work on the parallel component here, which is parallel component, which is related to the circuit line, which is related to this line. Okay, sounds great, sounds super duper great. So After that, I am going to make how can I work on series components, okay? As we have studied in the hardware course, we directly know how to measure the capacitor, the coil, the resistor. We know all of this. But let me give you something like a quick vision. We are going to do something called a volt measure. Okay, this is how we are going to test this one. Like I just saw in the schematic, this one is carry 1.2 the line, and this one is just there is 3.2, and this one is there is like 4.1. So we are going to make a voltmeter here. Okay, a voltmeter here, sorry, a voltmeter here and a voltmeter here. In case if we didn't find a volt here, okay, we are going to make a desolder to this capacitor. We are going to take it out of board. Okay, we are just going to take this capacitor out of board, and we are going to measure this capacitor to know is it this capacitor is working or not. We have taken this in complete details, how to measure a capacitor outside of board and how to know if this capacitor is not working or not. In case if we find that this capacitor is the reason, we are going to take this capacitor out of the circuit. Then we are going to add a new capacitor here, which will make the volt go again here. Then we are going to make our ultimate final step. We are going again to measure a diode measure here. Okay, in case if we found the same here, this value, which means we already make the problem solved. And this is exactly how we work directly step by step like Apple technician. This is how we work inside Apple company. I just give you like 100 tips and tricks